Okay, parents, we got a really cool one for you. This is about lust and love and helping to communicate the difference between the two to their student. What do you think?
Yeah, so this is one of those things that in my time as a pastor, and I know for you as well, Bo, it's one of the more sensitive topics for sure. And the reason why is because for most people, we believe that we know how to love. Like we feel like it's kind of a natural thing that people do, that we know how to relate to others, we know how to be caring, compassionate, empathetic, and things like that. So it's a very tough pill for us to swallow when the Bible says that we don't love like God, right? The way that the Bible puts it, though, is that we don't love, because from the biblical perspective, there is only one objective standard of love, and that is Christ himself, right? So it's a very tough pill to swallow when the Bible essentially says you're not loving the way that you think you are. Instead, you are lusting, right? And what the term lust means, what we as Christians mean when we use the term lust, is we mean that we are not really perverting, but we're falling short of the perfect selfless love of God, and instead we are selfishly pursuing our own pleasures, utilizing the people around us, as opposed to dying to ourselves and living for the people around us. And it's a really, again, it's hard, it's difficult for us to understand this, but the Bible says that our default position is selfishness. Our default position is to think only of ourselves. And again, a lot of people they recoil at that. They're like, no way. You're not going to tell me I'm not loving my kids. You're not going to tell me I'm not loving the people around me. And what we would say is, we're not saying that. Of course you are. Of course you are loving them. Of course you are doing good things to them. Of course you're being compassionate to them. But are you always hitting all the notes of God's consistent, perfect view of love in all instances and towards all people? No, you're not.
Right. And parents, you have to realize that love, you want to teach your kid that love isn't just an action in Christianity, but it's a person. And that's important, is to help your son or daughter realize that when we're talking about love, we're talking about a person. And that person is perfect. That person is revealed as God and Jesus Christ. And so help them understand that they can always look to what the revelation of Jesus is saying about love. How did Jesus Christ act? This would be the correct kind of love. And the biggest thing between love and lust, in my view, is of parenting, is trying to help my kid understand that when they look to God, what they're looking at is not just a perfect ideal of what love is, but they're also understanding the character qualities of love that kind of exude from God, and to be able to compare that with what they see in the world, because we all live in this world where everybody has their own identities, they want sex their way. We all want sex our way. We all want things our way. And the Bible says something really radical that you want to share with your student, and that it says that you were bought with a price. That your body is not your own. Therefore, glorify God with your body. And so we want to get to the place where we can share that our bodies, if we want to do what we want to do with them, that would be considered selfishness.
Right.
And that instead what we want to do is to be able to yield our bodies to love, and that is to God, who is love, and have our lives reflect that kind of character.